Step number 6, systems. When you first get started, if you're bootstrapping and you're working with a minimum viable product, maybe just doing some pop-up locations, your systems can be very simple. But as you go further along, you're going to want to develop and enhance these systems so that you're not spending a lot of time on the operations of the business, focused more on the product and the customer. Some examples of systems you'll need to think about will be a POS purchase application of some sort. If you're selling direct to customers, you need to have some way to collect money from them in addition to cash, because a lot of times people don't carry cash anymore. So you may want to use an app like Square or Stripe, or you may even start with just Venmo to keep it simple. A cost of goods sold or expense tracker. This can be as simple as a spreadsheet or even a piece of paper where you write down all of your expenses. Anything you can do to keep track and know how much you're spending so that as you're starting to generate revenue, you make sure that you're able to do so profitably. Next, you'll need an order process. This can be as simple as a slip of paper, or it may just be a checklist where you put tick marks every time someone makes an order. If you're running a coffee table and you're the only person working and you just have regular coffee and decaffeinated coffee, it's very simple. So you're going to take the order, you're going to fill the order, take the money, and maybe just check off how many you've sold. But if you have multiple people in the process, you're going to need to have a way to capture that order and communicate it to everybody that's involved in the process. It could be as simple as a slip of paper like a diner, or it could be an automated system where you're just putting the information in, selecting the products as you go, and then it comes up on someone else's device, showing them what needs to be fulfilled in the order. You'll also want to start to develop standard operating procedures. This can be a very, very simple bulleted list of steps that you take for every part of your process. Everything from your preparation process, a checklist of everything you need to have with you, your setup process, your order taking process, delivery, follow-up. Making sure that you have determined ahead of time exactly how you're going to do these and following that same process every time is going to ensure that you're being efficient, and it's also most importantly going to ensure that the customer has a consistent experience every time they work with you. Another helpful system is a CRM system, a customer relationship management system. This is any way that you can capture contact information, communicate with your customers, perhaps in sequences, maybe a loyalty program, anything you do to keep track of customer information that you can use to improve their experience and your operation. Early on, a CRM system can be as simple as a sheet of paper where you get people to write down their name and email address to join your email list. Or it could be the system that you use to take orders includes getting some personal information so they can join your loyalty program. As soon as you start to add people to your process besides yourself, you're going to need some kind of human resource management system. This can be very simple as well. It can be on paper, it can be done on a Google Doc, but you need to be able to capture employee information. You need a way to handle scheduling, payroll, performance reviews, and so on. So again, this can be very simple at first, but over time, you may want to look at apps and platforms that are set up to make this process easier through automation and technology. Some ways you can bootstrap with this would be free apps, perhaps one that's separate for each of the functions I mentioned. Things like Venmo, Google Sheets, Google Docs, pen and paper systems. But over time, you may enhance this process using integrated or specialized apps that are designed specifically for your type of business.